So first off, thanks everybody for coming back. I wasn't on last week because I was leveling 2 new characters. I deleted my other 2. I want to start off by saying thanks to everybody who helped. Secondly, for newer players, this is something I keep seeing come up on Reddit. This little symbol right here on the wall. This is the symbol of the 9. And when you see it, you know that Xur is there. So if you see it in the reef, he's there. If you see it in the tower, he's here. That's a quick way to know whether or not to even search the tower. That being said, I didn't make a video last week because I was leveling 2 new characters, and I do apologize, but Xur has gotten a little stale lately. It's not a big deal. So if you go over to the left in the tower north, you're going to see Xur back here in the corner. And let's see what he's got. First off, he has the Immolation Fists. These are pure intellect. Not necessarily bad, but not necessarily good. You get granted Explosive Pyre. Now, when you have Explosive Pyre, let me see here, just so you can understand exactly what is going on with your character. Enemies fall by your hammer explode, causing fiery solar damage to others. This is essentially Firefly. So you get that for free, which opens up Flameseeker. Your hammer will alter its flight path. It doesn't really track, but it's better than nothing. And they have kind of reduced that in a way. So make sure that you understand it's not what it was. That being said, if we continue to move on, increased melee attack speed. Not bad. Rain blows is always good. Momentum transfer, gain bonus melee energy on grenade hits. Your hand cannon loader. Again, hand cannons aren't what they were. Nobody's really using them. There's only 2 or 3 in the entire game now that anybody is really even paying attention to. And that would be Imago Loop at the top of the list. And that's usually if they get reactive reload and outlaw. And because there's nothing in the game that really hits that hard anymore. And your fusion rifle loader. If you're leveling new characters, my insight is this. I believe that you can use the Vex while you're leveling. Not that you can use Immolation Fist, but this is something that people kind of overlook. When you hit about, in the 20s and you can start using the Vex to get you into the 30s, this is something that you may want to be looking for in your lower level armor. Now, that being said, you can get a little bit of intellect on these arms, but not much. Moving on, you have the Radiant Dance Machines. These are for your hunter. Intellect, discipline, pretty good scores to be honest. 61, 55. These are high 50s rolls, low 60s rolls. I mean, you can't complain. You move more quickly while aiming. It's been said a million times. I'll say it again. These are always used in conjunction with Mida. Almost 9 out of 10 times you're going to see this. And the people that do that can move faster than anybody else while they're aiming. Almost sprint speeds, not quite, but it's a hell of a lot faster than you can. And if they're juking around and ducking and dodging and doing little jumps, it's really hard to keep track of them. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to win simply because you missed your shot, not because they're doing more DPS. They're just hitting more shots than you are because you miss. That being said, let's get into the minutia. Intellect and discipline, as we had said before. Fusion rifle ammo. Okay. Not really a big thing anymore. Machine gun ammo. Gotta love it. Arc double down, solar double down, void double down. As I had said in the past, this is the only set of armor in the game that gives you all 3 archetypal double downs. That is extremely nice. So something to seriously think about when you're looking at it. If you're looking to spec for a specific build. The Stag. What can I say? This thing is a great looking piece of armor, and I think a lot of warlocks really, really love it. Discipline strength. The negative here is it is a helmet. 99% of the players I know want some sort of intellect roll on their helmet. That is the first huge hit. 48, decent rolls, not bad at all. They are acceptable. Once per life, fast supercharge when all teammates die. Chance to spawn with an overshield. Here's what I'm going to say. With Crimson Doubles coming, This could turn a warlock into an unmitigated monster on the field of battle if used correctly. Um, just think of what you could do with it. I won't need to say much more than that. Increased discipline, increased strength, as I had said. Ashes to assets gain bonus super energy on grenade kills, and second thoughts gain bonus super energy from special weapon kills on Mage of the Darkness. So maybe those fusion rifles or shotguns can come in handy there. And better already, shields start recovery on orb pickup. Not bad. I'll take that any day. Suros regime. What can be said? It is probably the best of auto rifles. And the only other one that'll come even close right now is Zalo. And I tend to gravitate toward a Suros. It is a unique hallmark auto rifle that many people love. They're always going to go back to it. It has some new features this year than it did in the first year. Let's just go over the basics on this. The bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage, and it can give you some health back when you kill somebody. So, not always, but it can. It's not quite a red death, but it's pretty close. In PvE, if you're running spinning up, which would be the first perk, you will run into ammo problems. I'm a fairly decent shot with an auto rifle, and I almost inevitably always run out of ammo at some point during a long ultra encounter, simply because spinning up puts you in a position where you're using more ammo than you planned on using, because you're trying to crack shields with it or something like that with some of the lower enemies to get to the ultra. Focused fire, probably better to use for PvE, simply because it does give you, when zoomed, it gives you a slower fire rate but causes some additional damage. So you're getting more DPS out of the entire mag, and the bottom half of the mag does more damage. There are many different mindsets. My mindset is very simple. If I can get more DPS, even at a slower rate of fire, and cause the bottom half to do more damage on top of that, you're cascading damage on damage. And if you're running a Defender Titan, you've got weapons of light, you can do some serious DPS with the Suros now, because it does come with Hammer Forged. Now, that being said, it's not really awesome, but if you run Smart Drift Control and you run Hammer Forged, you get pretty decent stability, respectable range. Like on a War Priest encounter, get to the front of the crowd, you'll see an extra 50 to 80 damage per shot, just because you're as close as you can be. And that can make a lot of difference over 5 or 6 reloads. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. You do the math, it adds up quick. Moving on, we have the Legacy Engram. Let me put it simply this way. This can and should give you the ability to get a icebreaker. There is a huge argument on Reddit that this does not. I've seen at least 4 photos today of individuals who claim that they have gotten an icebreaker out of this. I am interested to see if anybody here has a YouTube video they can link in the comments below of them verifiably getting an icebreaker from a Legacy Engram. If you've got the money. If you don't spend it, because 31 a piece. Go run some BOGs and get some free legacies. See, it ain't worth it. So I would like to solve that debate. I know there are some people that claim that they have, but anybody can Photoshop anything nowadays, and all you got on the internet are individuals who want to argue and claim that they win, and I would like unmitigated proof. So the game is designed as a Legacy Engram. This is a special weapon. It is supposed to be able to give you an icebreaker, and with the changes coming with the 2.1.1 patch, in certain scenarios in Crucible, Invective and Icebreaker are going to make a huge comeback, because they're going to be able to start the match within probably 20 seconds, 30 seconds. They're going to already have special ammo, and that's going to turn the tide of battle for those hardcore snipers and those hardcore shotgun users. Moving down to row 2, Glass Needles, 3 of coins, heavy ammo synth. Damn it, Bungie, give us 5 again. Your red and green, Zero thinks it's Christmas again for the vehicle upgrades. Then you have your Motive Light consumables. This has been AZ Gamerman over on the PlayStation Network. I hope you guys have a good week. I will see you again next week, and I'll try to keep it a bit more consistent. You always have fun and take it easy.